Dennis Miracles Abaje threw a very big shot to Oil John Domani Mahama, and currently there's so much of flames going on at the Jubilee House. This is actually very shocking. Just about the Onion Tasi about Nemobi Warrior, and they started it in the afternoon. Obodo in Yibu, the Sisiano, that the Jubilee House is actually in flames or catch fire. Now, this about Nkomo de Baby Ayedi. Now, Nkomo Ayedi there. The communicators of the NDC would always want to make a narrative come out there that they are better. But you see, one ankasa wonu mu na ankasa, they know that they are enemies within themselves and they are enemies for themselves. And so, because they won the election, they are trying to make it look as if they wanted them. All of that is miracles about there. One kasa won't pay you they actually doing these things behind the scenes. Onu po no yes no. Na wa hiding some no. Okodu oye peace FM. No or shattering now. Wamaza yenti kakane mum kai. Share from obi or WhatsApp na wi ache wade comment section.
Afo enkankane myself for no monye ahweyie na munya abotreman se be ya enkokofa asemboni bia emre ye mepa mo chewara. Dennis also 15 minutes.
Ayo. Bro, for mu description between the ama and this Aban way in say we have a situation where a bunch of clueless, everlasting, incompetent, and arrogant braggarts have just come their way into power.
Are they just saying?
A bunch of clueless. They say the pekubia omo nim the omo ye. Now everlasting incompetence in just say ye ni mo fit it say omo no eduma no de so mo so ntumi nye. Na arrogant braggart and say kasa nkoa ne ahomaso kasa ne kasa omo de tumi kasa. Omo dada ye e de ntro ne nkontompo ababenye tumi. E na de omo pe e no omo de ye. A bunch of clueless, everlasting, incompetent bunch of arrogant braggarts. And they just come their way to power. That's all. That's all. You know my way. And I NDC for a car Levy for 3 years. A can't say Ghana ya how nina ni amani hu nina na ye Levy. And I Ghana for TN the 12 BTI. I mean, okay, I say finance minister to force and call parliament. No, okay, any veteran. No, MPC bisa ne say, "Enyama kesi a makekasa mobile say ya. Was ye bi wano akasa wo be yi taxes ye bi efri hwe. We yi sa taxes ya san nyama we be nye sika free na odi aye. Is it the case that we yi sa taxes you no akofa taxes for ba na?" And I tell response. Your finance minister Honorable to forcing asema of the kind yano de man say we can raise revenue without increasing taxes. And then the tree she say you bet to me as yen yeska. Near the idea my pesi edi nyina wa bra yemfa etwa yetu ya na yemfa bi ma meka ho. We can raise revenue without increasing taxes. Bidu akofi tonto afa ato forcing nsem na okai ni nyina yemfu na wa quote na kan mo etie na yamba chotie me.
Thank you.
I am sure him eyeball to eyeball. Why? I say more Miki Damakoma Super. I want to see your eyes as I speak to you. Because I'm speaking to the Ghanaian people through you. And this is a very serious matter. Nani I'll say I told force they can say you.
Then
I have studied.
Don't look at the phone.
Oh, me quote.
No so better me eyeball.
Let me hear this say. I have studied Ghana's economy for some time.
Mm-hmm.
And I can say without mincing words that Ghana has huge potentials when it comes to tax revenue mobilization.
Mm-hmm.
At first and say, you don't necessarily have to increase taxes before you rake in revenue.
Mm-hmm.
I have the handles.
Mm-hmm.
What we need to do is to improve compliance.
Mm-hmm.
Nasa mo kai nyina ni twi mu ne say, matumi bo asua Ghana ye economy no. Embre kakra di. Ya mama beti ase say men kasama ne ye tenten no on my way si ye peska de ene ma make ni nyina enhu hia se ye de to ni bi ba be ka ho
o se ye tu
de hia ne se
enhu hia se ye betum
enhu hia se ye betum
ye betutuo no
enhu hia se ye
no kran so wan to tax bm
oto so
there be o de foforo na aba
no one foforo ba na we na 20% na nya but say me unsa me kwapim ni o me corporate be making kind pounds ma betana we na 20% why no one cedi Mr. Sure. Why?
It's a 2 na wo hodada.
Aye.
Okay.
Na 20 pesos. No abe no 1 cedi. Why? Na ne antina endra de call parliament no ye amendments. But just what amendment. Owie no say I have the handles. I didn't mean sada so. The here na say yet to a wo hodada no. Ye betumi ama nipa edi sanhyehyɛ no so o man for di sanhyehyɛ no so menye sky de mepe. Ani Aban we buy on. I can tell you without any shadow of doubt and say omo de kataso mumu so brofo settings in the packaging. You know, de anantia na yababedu baby edui. Bisa ho say ba ne say in a barely 2 months ago, tell me the kind budget. 2 or 3 months ago, March. Barely 2 months ago. Obe kind budget my. Now, but I don't hear anymore. I'm not happy about the fact that you're not looking at me.
I am multitasking.
Please, I beg you, look into my eyes.
And the Obe can woman him.
Nani I won him. Everyone said,
Kojazanti, Mesrel.
March year.
I am being intimidated on the show.
March year.
Only Kojunkasa on
the forcing abe pass budget. Budget limuno. Or catch and say, dear people of Ghana, you are burdened with too much nuisance taxes. What the taxes are ebuye komu, chichiri komu, and aba. Mo hayen. Ghana for bread, me maba. Me pesa mo kwemu ha mo. Inti budget na mebe kan no me yi taxes na me fi say boom koni na afri ho na Ghana for ho atom 2 months ago March 2 months ago taxes o yi e bi nie electronic levy e-levy na ya 1% say wo percent wo electronic transaction na obetua 1% tax ba kono no na che say wo send 100 cedis bi na to be say in fact utua o spend 100 cedis kwa wuntua o send 100 cedis na wuntua o send 200 cedis na for the way to 1%, which is 2 cedis. Emission tax, obi any Ghana how to emission tax that in the last 8 years. I say me if you also moments in mommy, but nobody in this country paid anything called emission tax. Bafo, Kojo,
is it what do Bafo?
Kojo, and a Bafo. Finance Minister catch and say, "Oh ye betting tax a free ho. Betting tax and so no. Ghana for year bet." You do 0.5% input. But also why yes anya ma wo nyina ntie den ye mo nsemo ma no. Ni nyina ye bo nsemo ma no. And you say oh forcing is forcing. Ato is forcing. Ni ye money funds. Ni ye bono. Within that same period na ndim yakoso koyo. Na cement na ne boy 85 cedis no. Na page akọ 130 cedis. Within that same period. But no the way abekata so nti obi ahwe. MPP so ye wan ye hi nti wo ka na nkrofo emu na. De to so mienu. Within that same period, na cement a movie called 130 cedis. No, open cement at Okra Wunya. And so open cement $100 or tar. It's a call order now. Chamber 2 weeks as a nipper not turn to be Biama. Cement na short it, and the bones was a within that same period, now Ato is forcing. Now your Monsima, your castle almost shut up. Your castle almost shut up. No, that same period, no, I want my way, no, not tomatoes war. Not tomatoes and then you 5 cedi no. I feel the back 5 cedi within that same period. And then ebia kojo ko dwaso na che. Ko dwaso na say ukọ ene market ewo ebia malata market ewo echire heye ya. Obetumi atọ niam akofia within that same period. Nkakra na mo am say mo ye niam bi nti ama dollar e ba fam nti egyina ye ni age. Obi e boso meme say na dey mama tira anka say Aban na responsible for the dollar. Enti dollar no na 14 cedis. Nyame adom mo de Aban na be 12 cedis o mampeni say be da be 12. Ema no so mo agire no so. Ema maka che drivers ni e wo Ghana say omo nte lorry fare so. Mo mi omo nsa mo mate lorry fare so. Last week, yeah, na mo te petrol is so by 8%. Meboa. Last week was the same. And I said 2 or 3 days ago. And I mo te petrol so by 8%. Afi no anadwo. Anadwo de suom. Ghana fo nyina kwakoda. Ye kwakoda kra na edum kanea. Memi area me de sumu. Na ne me de ampaso na me ba. Little Ghana be friend me say daddy. I've seen a story on YouTube that they are going to increase taxes on petrol. I say how? Now me find my phone. And I'm call your friend saying parliament for page or Facebook. Some of that more parliament or more can answer. Me baby ya ato afechire Edinburgh Parliament under certificate of agency say na omu nyina ho na omu fa eto 1 cedi embeka petrol 1 litre bi ebeto so Now, I am challenging you. Nama kodwe hwehwemu Mame Ghana ha in the past 20 years. Abaya aba ede etoa ne bo edin levy ne bo edin to say one city levy. Now, do you know the implication of the one city levy? Say, unimsa Ghana for taxi drivers ni yemu bebre enim fuel a ton in liters. Say unimsa yenum gallons. The tea na say endra na jo. Embra ni nyina ya da no. NDC MPs no kwa na kwatena parliament. Omo kwa na MPP MPs ni ho. Omo kwa kwatena parliament. Na omo kwa hihye mra say a free and no say chene kono. Taxi driver, trotro driver, private car driver bia ukoto gallon ba ku bia ubetua 450% tax ama buying free. And apart from sikana we tua to wo fu no, who say tua 450%. And now, so trotro odi adwuma from Madina ba Accra Tema station. If 10 gallons are Aban say, o fele o tank ni bia obetua 45 cedis taxes. 45 Ghana cedis taxes. O fele o tank ni bia 45 cedis. Omo de vet eye ubay. Vet any way ubay. Vet no I think about 42 liters. What it means is that vet driver fell in the tanker. Or bet you have 42 cedis. I'm buying in taxes. Abba. Daniel, Abba. Edian kwa. Daniel, at some point in my life, na mi shaka krano. La lorry park wo. Na me bua me load taxes. Eti minim say na taxi driver is bre. As so much me adwuma, etumi ato your friend is saying fuel go omo tank mu. Abba. Say me to gallon ba ku bia me tua to nko 450%. Abba. Na ye nanu ya na buy we catch yen say he levy 1% board yi. Na now, we are aware say wo koto fuel 100 friend is saying 1 liter no crab akwa saying 12 cedis be boa. 12 cedis. 1 liter back 12 cedis boa. 81st no. So we send me fan say we the 200 cedis crowd now be send it for Levy. Obetua be 2 cedis. And then utua 1 cedi e 12 cedis so. 1 cedi on 12 cedis. 1 cedi on 12 cedis. 12 cedis be our best spend bia no. Obetua 1 cedi ama aban. Na na yesi Levy 200 cedis no. Utua 2 cedis no ne boarding. Na 12 cedis utua 1 cedi. It is all kase wo converted there. Na che say MPP NDC Aban we so no. So we the same 200 cedi transactional. The same 200 cedi transactional. Utua about 20 to 24 cedis. Abba. Daniel. Adi enkwa. Na omani ye toma NDC fo na say ye to abaka ke ye toma omo. Ye to abama mu se mu bra mechichi oman. Yan tonga na NDC. Yan tonga na NDC. Oka. Omo say Andre de koma kwa say mitie majority leader. Or say just 1 cedi. Or can you say 1 cedi pe. Or say 1 cedi pe. Now, in the minds of NDC, no 1 cedi a pe. Now say me 2 liters makumako 100 da. Mitua 100 cedis NDC for 100 Ghana cedis. And a mitua e de ama buy. Mo de koye de ya. You say ye de ko hwe Dumsor. Now 8 years a MPP ti aban mu no. O te Dumsor. Adenti the NDC for nko de. Munya ba ban mu na Dumsor ba ye nkobode edi wo man we mu. 8 years a MPP better aban mu na ne a oti Dumsor eba ne sen ene wo amayoko mienu ba ko ba kan agina so ye adwuma ba ko ba ya da Dumsor start oba ya na hwe NDC MPP abreso 8 years yenya energy crisis for 8 weeks mo ba be 6 months each of the month am better aban mu ye wo energy crisis why na so bitumi tena aban mu 8 years. Yeah, you have 2 energy sector debt. You have 2.5 billion. 2.5 billion. In your bet $2.5 billion. In your bet 2 energy sector debt. What you say, like I say, you have 2 debt $2.5 billion. Into you the 1 cedi L2 full also near the aquaculture. But even in spite of that, and all the other global economic challenges, we kept the power on for the people of Ghana. And then, omo yam nika, omo kofa 1 cedi free. No more there 2, omo there koto full. Normally, I buy you. Now, a lot of the industries On machines, fuel. What are they supposed to do? You are going to increase the cost of production. You are going to force a lot of these industries to shut down. Obemaya minimum coffee near my fear dorsal. About the market, driver said the be count, the money buy a demo over the create to talk. Why? Why? Na ye kwakanswa mo say mon kama ntum fa asem so ho shut up don't talk it is just 1 cedi it doesn't matter. How do you reduce fuel by 8% and then come and slap a levy of 8% on the same fuel?
Man got just for asem so.
Oh this is for
Can way.
oh and then I mean no can say me city me ko city TV Habs as we know say we should shut up
ya ntewa
I say we should shut up na say me na me ko na me e ka sam che me come and some house we na ka kire wo
oba on fa exhibit bia ma
uno ka kire wo me no ka kire me
one ka kire wo
Habs as we me na ko city anope ya I say we should shut up. Yes.
Evidence oh
for city Facebook oma lodi sa part on Facebook so me say me praise bini Abuaji Dennis me ntwantro
Abuaji Dennis miracle.
What is so be able to say name before the first the one so praise school.
Abuaji Dennis miracle.
Me call praise Abuaji na me sanso boy so Methodist. Nti me no kure die. Come na me Sunday school teacher. So I just say now we are in a very very serious situation. Now say atwa so say the MP before he any MP before webufuo e be trans ko na ye jai NDC fo yi e mama ye dom ye ya. Now one bra MP before he when he be kofe mo no ye no so better see no no man no utile mu kra wontu bintina
Mate
1 cedi on every liter of fuel no na ya kan kre wo ka no liter say na utogum
me de na
vet nti na wo utie every 3 days we are able to afford 2 cedis as tax and more buying because every 3 days we have fellow tank
oh the end fasting
me de na fa 26 say no ketu ka ketu
press bini
ka ketu 26 liters
press bini
so I just here Daniel, it's you have 42 cities every 3 days. Remember, you have 26 cities every 3 days.
Yeah, me make a vet no such a word.
But the social media.
And you use Pragia.
The media near.
Tvghana, Matoda na Masor.